Unidentified male body found on Anjuna beach. Police suspect drowning due to high tide. Anjuna police recovered the body of an unidentified man aged approximately 30 to 35 near Jolin by the sea on Thursday. The body was spotted by a tourist lying between rocks along the shoreline. Locals claim the man was seen walking alone the previous evening. Police believe he may have swept away by high tides. He was found partially clothed and investigations are underway to establish identity and cause of death. Mormugao councillors oppose Formula 4 street race, citing safety and lack of consent. Opposition is mounting against the planned Formula 4 street race in Goa's Mormugao, as local councillors claim they weren't consulted. Citing public safety, transparency and lack of local consent, they have petitioned authorities to review the Rs 176.9 crore event. Scheduled for November 1st and 2nd, the race is billed as South Asia's first oceanfront street circuit, but community concerns may yet put the brakes on the event. Sonam Wangchuk's detention challenged in Supreme Court by wife Gitanjali Angmo. Gitanjali Angmo, wife of Ladakhi climate activist Sonam Wangchuk, has filed a habeas corpus petition in the Supreme Court against his preventive detention under the NSA. Wangchuk, arrested after protests for Ladakh's statehood turned violent, is accused of inciting unrest. Angmo claims she has been denied communication with him or access to legal documents, raising concerns about procedural violations and transparency in the case. Putin backs India amid US tariff pressure, lauds Modi as wise, sovereign-minded leader. At the Valdai discussion group, President Vladimir Putin strongly backed India's energy decisions, warning the US against pressuring New Delhi to cut Russian oil imports. He hailed PM Modi as a wise and nationally oriented leader, asserting India would never bow to humiliation. Putin argued that India's sovereignty would be bolstered, not compromised, by standing firm, especially amid threats of punitive US tariffs. Communal clashes break out in JNU over controversial Ravan Dahan effigy. Tensions at JNU escalated after clashes erupted during Durga Visarjan celebrations, with the ABVP accusing left groups of disrupting rituals and left factions slamming ABVP for politicizing religion. Controversy intensified when effigies resembling activist Umar Khalid and Sharjil Imam were reportedly used in a Ravan Dahan event. Both sides allege provocation and communal targeting, while the university administration has yet to comment officially. India and China to resume direct flights after 5-year suspension. India and China have agreed to resume direct passenger flights after a 5-year hiatus due to the 2020 Galwan Valley clashes. Starting October 26, Indigo will launch a daily non-stop service between Kolkata and Guangzhou. This follows months of discussions between the two countries' civil aviation authorities, with confirmation from both Indigo and India's Ministry of External Affairs. Manchester synagogue attack, 2 victims named as investigation continues. British authorities have identified Adrian Dolby and Melvin Kravitz as victims in the Manchester synagogue terror attack, which took place during Yom Kippur. A man of Syrian descent allegedly rammed a vehicle and launched a stabbing spree before being neutralized by police. Authorities confirmed the incident as terrorism and assured ongoing support to victims' families, while emphasizing cultural sensitivity throughout the investigation process. Bareilly imposes internet ban amid religious tensions ahead of Friday prayers. Internet services were suspended across Bareilly on Thursday amid fears of communal unrest during Friday prayers, following recent tensions over religious issues. The shutdown, in place until 3 p.m. on October 4th, comes as a preventive measure over the I Love Muhammad controversy. Heavy police deployment and appeals for peace by Muslim leaders aim to ensure calm during Jummah Namaz. Global protests erupt after Israeli forces intercept Gaza-bound flotilla. As a flotilla of 8 groups bound for Gaza was intercepted, hundreds of thousands rallied worldwide in support of the Greta Thunberg-led mission. Israeli forces detained around 450 activists from 40 boats. Protests erupted across continents with major rallies in cities like Rome, Barcelona, Athens and Buenos Aires, condemning Israel's actions and calling for justice. Police raid National Press Club in Islamabad, attack journalists covering POK protests. As unrest intensified in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir amid reports of atrocities and internet blackout, police in Islamabad stormed the National Press Club. Journalists covering a protest called by the Azad Jammu and Kashmir Joint Awami Action Committee were attacked. Video footage shows police using force inside the press club, dragging protesters and assaulting journalists.